Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Okay, so here we have a Mazda 6 SEL Nav Automatic. This is the facelifted car with the revised interior. It's slightly quieter, more refined. The notable visual differences, the sat nav is a lot different, much slicker, the Bluetooth much better, and it has an electronic handbrake. But there are other differences, as I say, just generally making a good car even better. Now, this car, I can't believe it, I've just had a look, it's a November 15, but I knew the previous owner, both him and his wife are customers, and this was actually his second car. He's had 3 now from ourselves, and I can't believe it was November 2015 because it feels like yesterday. This was his second Mazda 6, now he's gone for something a bit smaller. It was a CX-30, yes. Now this has done about 34,000 miles, and it's got an absolute complete service history with ourselves here at TW White & Sons Orpington. So even down to the specific branch, full service history. We last serviced it, I've got it a couple of weeks ago, I think, and it had new brake discs up front. Okay, so brake discs and pads are new. The car itself is lovely. Obviously it's not brand new, but it's very good. This is the sort of car that we like to sell. This is the sort of car, if I was in the market, this is what I would want. I would want a car with a very good service history, very honest car like this one is. And this is pretty much how the car has come to us. We've not had to do any sort of paintwork or anything like that. Now these cars are no longer produced new, well, not for the UK market anyhow, therefore it makes them quite desirable. You've got an enormous boot, okay, absolutely enormous. The previous owner was a golfer, and there was a bit of a trend that we were selling saloon Mazda 6s to a lot of golfers because they've got an enormous boot. Now, that back seat, that front seat is all the way back actually. Let me put that, look at that. Now, if I put that up, now I sit quite far back, so if I put it in line with the driver's seat, look at the space in the back of this car. Look at that. Must say we have sold to a few taxi drivers as well. Enormous back seats. Now, I always had these as company cars when I could afford to be on the company car scheme, but it just became so tax inefficient. And becoming a father, I had to sort of budget a little better. But I always kept these. I must admit, the SEL model with the smaller wheels is much more comfortable. You don't have to be so careful because you've got a little bit of you've got half a chance coming up against a curb because you've got that extra bit of rubber. Nicer ride, to be honest, and they've got lots of goodies on them. So unless you were fussed about like leather seats and the bigger wheels and the Bose stereo, I mean all the stereos are good these days. I'd have one of these. These are efficient, fuel efficient as well. We had to pay for our own fuel, so you know I was always mindful to get a fuel efficient car, and this certainly, even in petrol guys, is definitely a great contender. I used to get regularly into 40 miles to the gallon, I think 47, 48 on a run, but I used to get 40 was my benchmark. And I was able to get that driving from Coulsdon to Orpington, either on the motorway or around the houses. So yeah, very good. And that's all to do with Mazda's SKYACTIV technology, which basically is their super fuel efficient engines. What they did, they made bigger engines and just made them more efficient. So they went the other way to everyone else. Defiant as a brand. Everyone's gone small engines, 3 cylinders. Mazda have gone 4-cylinder, bigger engine. All very nice. Previous owner wasn't a smoker. No pets. Well, no pets that have been in the car. And look at this. This is one of the best service histories I've ever seen. And it goes on to 2 pages. There you go, look, 15 PDI at 10 miles. First service. They did 2,664 miles. So not many miles in the first year. A little bit more in year 2. not as many in year 3, year 4, so sort of 3,000-4,000 mile a year, people. 17, 19, obviously that was the COVID year, 22, 28, 34. Okay, so we did the front discs and pads and a service. So the car's ready to go, ready for the next keeper. Let me run you through a few bits now. Remember I said about it being facelift, because you'll look at some of these and they won't be facelift. So the dash will look different and you'll have a manual handbrake. These cars, I know some people might say, oh, I prefer a manual handbrake, but this infotainment system is that much better. You get a DAB radio, which I think everyone appreciates these days. It's a much better phone system, and you can add a couple of apps on here to get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. All right, so it's kind of future-proof, this car. Now look at this. Now we are in Orpington. This car has averaged 38.4 mpg. Look at that. And clearly people that don't do a lot of miles. So yeah, really good car. And this is the sort of car that will go on forever. Nothing over complicated with it. And the diesels were very good, very powerful, but if you weren't doing the miles, they were susceptible to sort of the engines clogging up with carbon, etc., and causing problems there. Very comfy, very quiet, very refined, superb car. I'm a big fan. Now, we're a Mazda dealer, so this will come with a Mazda warranty. Okay, so Mazda used car warranty, which also has roadside assistance for 12 months and MOT insurance for 12 months. Now, if you are comparing these cars, they do compare them to other Mazda dealers, because the level of prep and the cover, which is very important. You know, it's not like you're buying a cheap car. You want some after sales support. So our level of cover and our preparation standards are so much higher than these sort of heavily advertised big car platforms that you see online. I did a little exercise. I've taken a few cars in part exchange that have come from there, and it's, to be honest, quite shocking. Right, so we have warranty extension facilities, but you get a year's free of charge and a year's roadside assistance. Obviously we'll give the car a valet, all that sort of stuff, and he's had a full 101 point check, which is why we picked up on the front pads and discs, which we've changed just to put the car in fine fettle. Okay, now part exchange is extremely welcome, regardless of what make or model you have. We want your part exchange, so let us know what you have. But you can punch your reg number in and do all those things you're heavily advertised to do, heavily encouraged to do, and then get in touch with us. You can have a seamless, enjoyable buying experience, hopefully. So please do like, subscribe, comment below and share, and we do look forward to hearing from you. So thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.